I'm the king of rock, there is none higher. Sucker MCs should call me sire. To run my kingdom, you must choose fire. I won't stop rocking till
During the arms race, the U.S. spent more than $80 billion in order to have more weapons than the USSR. This is an example of competition between the two nations. Crack cocaine was the most popular drug in the 1980s and the most accessible. As a result, the Office of National Drug Policy was established in 1988, which mandated a national anti-drug media campaign for youth, which would later become the National Youth Anti-Drug Media Campaign. During this decade, the Cold War was still going on. Ronald Reagan did everything he could to prevent another world war from breaking out because both nations had nuclear weaponry that could ruin both nations if such a war would break out.
The populist conservative movement known as the New Right enjoyed sudden growth in the early 1980s. It appealed to a diverse assortment of Americans, including Christians, anti-tax crusaders, advocates of deregulation, smaller markets, and advocates of a more powerful American presence abroad. Many cases of AIDS were reported in homosexuals who were infected by what was suspected to be a strange form of cancer. Not much was known then other than the fact that it was highly contagious and fatal. Since AIDS cases were first found in homosexuals, it became known as the gay syndrome or GRIP, which stood for gay-related immune deficiency. Crack cocaine was made for the first time in the Bahamas and was used vastly in the United States within a couple of years. Cocaine was expensive and abused mainly by upper-income people, frequently celebrities and yuppies. When the price dropped and cocaine became widely available, it became a problem in inner cities where abuse was rampant and drug-related homicide increased. Reagan based his economic program on the theory of supply-side economics, which advocated reducing tax rates so people could keep more of what they earned. The theory was that lower tax rates would induce people to work harder and longer, and this in turn would lead to more saving and investments, resulting in more production and stimulating overall economic growth. While the Reagan-inspired tax cuts served mainly to benefit wealthier Americans, the economic theory behind the cuts argued that benefits would extend to lower-income people as well because higher investments would lead to new job opportunities and higher wages. The nation endured a deep recession throughout 1982. Business bankruptcies rose 50%. Farmers were especially hit hard as agricultural exports declined, crop prices fell, and interest rates rose. By 1983, inflation had eased, the economy had rebounded, and the United States began to sustain a period of economic growth. Employment rate increased rapidly. Financial deregulation allowed for a miniature boom in the housing market. The annual inflation rate remained under 5% throughout most of the 1980s.